Yo, yo, what is up? First off, I just want to say fuck you, Klay Thompson. Fuck you, Golden State Warriors. Man, this is the shit that gets me mad is that this lowest score drop thing, it's cool and all, but I feel like FanDuel needs to just make a late swap, like football and baseball, where if guys are injured, last minute, we should be able to change them. Even if we put in a bum, it's better than 0 points, man. Especially if, we're expecting Clay to play well. But regardless, man, I guess it happens. Live and you learn. Tomorrow we got a 5 game slate, and I really like these games tomorrow as well. And there's a ton of value opening up with the whole Mavs trade with New York, so we got to be aware of that as well. As these guys are probably not gonna play tomorrow, Smith Jr. and Matthews and all of them. So that means there's some value opening up for sure. But let's get right into it, guys. So obviously Westbrook, great play against Miami. I mean, him and George just do everything together. But I really like Kyrie a little more going into the Garden. And then there's some news circling around that he kind of wants to be a Knick. So this could be his put on for the City game here. So I really feel like he's gonna go into the Garden and just get off tomorrow. So Kyrie's my favorite point guard so far in this slate. Another guy, Mike Conley being dated game time decision. If he doesn't play, obviously Shelvin Mack is going to be my all or nothing. But just keep your eyes on that. My second favorite play here is Ricky Rubio for Utah going into Atlanta. I think this is my bad, Atlanta going into Utah. I think this is a solid play for this guy. 6'3" price tag for a guy that can get you 40. He's been okay as of late, up and down games here. This is just the type of matchup that I could see him finally getting back on track with things. So hopefully Ricky Rubio is able to deliver tomorrow and pay off that 6'3" price tag. Another guy here that I like is Tyler Johnson from Miami going against OKC. He's going to start at point guard, and at 5'3", man, it's just a great price for this guy. And even if he doesn't start, he comes off the bench, regardless whether it's a blowout or not. He's going to get a ton of run. So I really love Tyler Johnson to save some money here at 5'3". I could see myself playing him as well. Uh, and like I said, my all or nothing play will be Shelvin Mack, man, if this guy's ruled out. So that's something we have to keep an eye on, just in case. So at the top here, we have James Harden. It's looking like Chris Paul will probably miss tomorrow with some back soreness. If Chris Paul plays, he is a solid play against Denver. But, you know, James Harden, 13-6, crazy price tag. But like I said, this guy can just break a slate any night. So you have to just keep an eye out. Put him in a couple lineups. If you play 10, this isn't the right matchup. But, if you're going to play 10 lineups, at least put Harden in 4 of them, just in case. But if we're going to just try to figure this out without him, I'm going to go into my other 3 favorite plays here. And first one's going to be Donovan Mitchell going into Atlanta. I really like him in the spot at 8-8. Yeah, I'm scared of a blowout here, but that's something that I'm just trying not to predict is a blowout. Mitchell is just in a great spot regardless, and if they do blow them out, this guy's going to be probably the reason why. So I do love Mitchell here. Another guy that I like here is Jaylen Brown. Price tag is, fair for this guy. 5'5". And then in this slate, man, New York, I'm pretty sure Boston's gonna just blow them out. I don't want to say that, but I just feel like they're gonna be so short-handed that Boston should just roll over them, and that's gonna open up more minutes for Jaylen Brown. So I really do like him here. Just a solid play. Now that I look at it, shooting guard's a very ugly position, man. I mean, it drops off after Mitchell and Harden. It drops off into the fives. So this is a position, man. You could even punt down, or you just pick Harden and Mitchell and then build around them. But this is a pretty ugly position. Another guy that I like here that can show some upside for me is going to be Schroeder for OKC against Miami. I'm at 5,000. If you don't want to play Westbrook, I understand. Go Kyrie. But Schroeder can get some definitely blowout minutes or some extra run, as I don't think OKC is going to need too much of a big game out of Westbrook and George. But those guys just always go off anyways. But Schroeder is a fantastic play at 5,000. Another guy that's very solid here is Morris for Denver. I really like this guy at 4-5. And, we know Jamal Murray's out. He's going to get a ton of run here. And then Houston just plays no defense. They're going to be probably without Chris Paul, so that's going to open things up for him. And I really like Morris being able to take off in this matchup. So he's one of my favorite plays as well. My all or nothing play here, guys, is going to be Wayne Ellington for Miami. Now, we know he's going to start. Might come off the bench because Wade's back. But either way, he's going to get some minutes. And in this matchup, man, we know OKC struggles against two guards. So I could see him, Wade, any of these Miami shooting guards, having a big game. Even Dion Waiters, man. I mean, I really love Waiters here at 3'9". He could fill it up if he gets hot. It's just a matter of, what is Spoelstra going to do? Is he going to play these guys, or he's going to, kind of just bury Waiters on the bench or bury Ellington on the bench? But they're solid pump plays, and that's what we're attacking here as well. But another guy actually that's going to play a lot is going to be Alonzo Tier for New York. Now that all these trades happen, he's going to start, probably play over 30 minutes. Whether they get blown out or not, he's going to play a ton of basketball here. A lot of these New York guys are definitely great fill-in plays here. All those bench guys are going to become starters now. So I really like Tier. You can fit him in if you're trying to pay up for some of these stars. So Tier is an awesome play here for me as well. Let's move on to small forward here, guys. So, okay, there we go. So Paul George at the top, rightfully so, 11-4, man. See, this slate is just, it's kind of weird. Look, after Paul George, it goes down to the sixes. So if you punt these top guys, man, you can really build a solid lineup with this slate. So I really do like that as well. Because if I'm not going to go Paul George, I definitely like Will Barton for Denver going against Houston. Yes, I know Will Barton had a terrible game. But this is the type of matchup, man, where he should just be able to feast against Houston. And I can see Denver putting up a ton of points, especially at home. I really like Barton here. Just a fantastic play. Josh Richardson going against OKC as well. Now, I'm just curious to see how the lineup's going to go. Richardson could start at the 4, or he could start at the 2 or the 3. If Paul George is guarding him, kind of makes it more tough to go Richardson. But Winslow could be a sneaky play if he starts at the point guard, because we know Russ doesn't want to play too much defense. So keep an eye on that. Look in the lineups. I'm pretty sure Winslow's going to be the starting point guard. And if he's not, it's going to be Tyler Johnson. But if Winslow does get the start and the nod at the point, man, I really do like him in this spot for 6'6". Nice price tag at him as well. Another good sneaky play here. I know this is going to be crazy, guys, but Gordon Hayward, man, I know he's been playing like shit, but he's been getting about 20 minutes. And this is just the type of game, man, where it should just get him back on his feet. That's what I expect. When any team goes into the Garden, they want to play well anyways. And these guys are just garbage. So I can see Hayward hopefully getting back into the swing of things in this game. Another guy that I really like is Knox from New York. This guy was already getting 30 minutes as is. Now that Burke's gone, he's probably going to be the number one option here. Tim Hardaway Jr. is gone. These young guys are definitely going to put up some shots here. So you want to have exposure to these New York guys for sure. And at 5,000, man, you can't go wrong. Herzonia's a great play as well. Even Crowder, man, Crowder is a great play. If Utah's blowing out Atlanta, he's going to get a ton of run regardless. But Herzonia's a tricky play as well. But I do like him in that spot, and I think he could pay off that tag as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. I don't really see nothing I like down here. There's only a 5-gamer, so we kind of got to pick the right guys and then maybe get some value. And I'm telling you, I think the value is going to come from the New York side. So that's what I think. So I actually really love Fareed against Denver. I know it's a tough play, but 7-9, the price tag is high. But he's going back to Denver, man, where he started his career here. And I really think, they kind of traded him, did him bogus, and they buried him into the end of the bench as well before they let him go. So I really think he's going to want to come in and let them know that he's still that great player that he was when he was with them. So I really do like Fareed here in this spot. Another guy here, obviously, is Jason Tatum going against New York. He's just in a fantastic spot as well at 6'6". I'm not going to see who's going to stop these guys. All these Boston guys, they're in great spots, And sometimes that's what you have to... You can't just be biased and be like, oh, well, Kyrie's going to get off or Smart's going to get off or Morris is going to get off. They all could have solid games, but they all could not get to value as well. So you got to be careful with Boston. But for sure, my lock is Kyrie, and everybody else kind of falls behind him. They're all toss-ups to me, especially Tatum here. I do like him, though, in this spot. That's why I'm letting you guys know. Another good guy here is Millsap. He's probably really cheap, 5'4", going against Houston. The power forward position is one of Houston's weakest positions. I mean, Tucker's a solid defender, obviously, but Millsap does a little bit of everything. He's going to take Tucker out the paint. He's going to take Tucker off the dribble. It's going to be a tough matchup for him, but I do love Millsap a lot here. Another guy that's a really great play is going to be Favors going against Atlanta. Favors at 5'3" price tag, man, he's low, and he can get you the high 30s. It's just about the minutes with this guy, but he's got the talent, he's got the skills, gets blocks, rebounds, scores a little bit. It's just a matter of playing time for him. But against this matchup, I could see him easily getting about 25 minutes, and he could definitely deliver in that. An all or nothing play here. This guy got a ton of run last game, Kelly Olynyk. And again, OKC's, like I said, shooting guards, power forwards, you want to attack them. And Olynyk can stretch the floor, and at 3'5", man, he could definitely be a matchup problem. We've seen Olynyk go off before, but it's just like Spoelstra, man. It just reminds me of the fucking Knicks, where it's just hard to predict what these guys are going to do. But if you hit on these players, they're going to be super low owned. And at, like I said, 3,500, obviously he's a throwaway regardless. But, I like him. I like him in that spot. And we see what happens. Him or James Johnson, they could both be solid. So at the top here, Jokic, obviously favorite center on the slate, 11-5 in a great spot against Houston, at home as well. This game might even be on ESPN. I haven't looked into that as yet, but I'm pretty sure this is definitely a big game. Nice primetime game, I must say. So I really do love Jokic here. I'm going to try to fit him in, maybe with some New York guys, throw in Kyrie. I just think this is a solid spot for him to just dominate. He's just too skilled of a big man. Another guy I love here is Al Horford for Boston going into New York. Horford's solid, man, and I think he just plays even better when Kyrie's in the lineup. Kyrie and him got a nice little correlation between them, a nice little connection. Horford, they're both veterans, and they just understand basketball. So I love Horford here going against New York. I think he's in a great spot. Another guy that's a solid play here. Oh, man, this is going to be a tough one, actually. I want to go with, Whiteside here if Adams is out. But then if Adams is out, Noel is obviously going to be my all-or-nothing play again. But Whiteside could dominate. Noel can get himself in foul trouble, as he's been known to do. And then after he goes out, they're not going to have anybody at center. So Whiteside could have a big game here. But a tricky play here is going to be Enes Kanter. I think with all these trades, man, they're going to have to play this guy. I mean, I just feel like they have to. I mean, it just doesn't make sense for them not to. The crowd was booing, trying to get him in the game. It finally worked. They did get him in the game. So hopefully that opens Fizdale's eyes up and get this guy in the game. And at 5'6", man, in a solid matchup going against Boston, man, Kanter is a nice play here. It's just, let's see what happens here tomorrow when some more news breaks. So we'll definitely keep you updated on that. But like I said, man, I love Nerlens Noel again if Steven Adams is out. I just think he's in a great spot here, and he's in the 4.2 price tag. You can't beat that. Solid play for him as well. But that will do it, guys. Let me know how anybody did today, if you guys cashed or if you guys are pissed off about the Klay Thompson news, as I was and a couple other members. That really pissed us off, but whatever. I'm just letting you guys know. Sleep on it, be mad tonight, but when you wake up tomorrow, brush your shoulders off. We're going to get back into this, and tomorrow's 5-game slate is a nice one as well. So just don't let the negativity stop the positivity. That's what I always say. And guys, we're at 90 subscribers. I just thought I'd say that. So when we get to 100, 10 more, the cash giveaway will happen. So I'm thinking the cash giveaway should happen next Friday. I would think I have 100 by then, hopefully, God willing. And if I do, yes, can't wait to do that contest. It'll be dope. Just a thank you for everybody that's rocking with us, man. I really appreciate it. So yeah, guys, do me a favor, man. Please like the video, subscribe, and like, and just keep this community growing as we are doing well. And my love for you guys is growing. I really appreciate it, and chopping it up with you guys every day. So that would do it, man. Let's get this bread.